Wow. Looks a little better. Uh, okay. Uh, yes, the request of a family member to make this thing. So, alright. But, I'm gonna eat first. I don't really know to stage some of this stuff. Like, shit. Go again. I'm gonna dry here. Like, I'm about to eat, so I mean, I might as well take this time to explain where we kind of are relative to production of this stuff. We'll have just looking at just thinking about utilizing a script this time for certain things. It's still me, but it should make the video look like a more traditional YouTube video. Like something you might see from somebody else or whatever. Just a lower budget. I hate that crap. Slightly undercooked. That'll probably be the overall theme of the video, maybe. I don't know. I also looked into some of the duty-free looping audio. There's some pretty good stuff out there. Just it's like 15-20 bucks. My lighting kit here. Lighting kit. It's a pretty little aluminum neck light bulb, but it's sitting on top of a magazine about weed, so that's how you know it's good. As a matter of fact, this entire thing is mounted on a Casio keyboard with missing connections. But I don't know. I'm talking about it for some reason. Just killing time. This and it goes get into the actual meat and potatoes of this. I guess whatever meat and potatoes could be said to be found. Kind of look cross-eyed. Yeah, that's definitely killed it. Okay. Salute, right? Looking at the requirements of what I'm gonna have to do to make this review video, it occurs to me that I'm potentially too inebriated to do this, but we're gonna do it anyway, so fuck it. Well, this is awkward. Right as I'm about fucking fed up with video games, I decided to give this shit a name, and CFC Games. And one name is as good as any, so why not give it a name with... Can't even see this shit. Fucking find a picture of it on the internet. I don't know.
Mais que Tuskegee, assassinos free, povo calmo como Kennedy, dito tipo NG, pico treme se vem que ainda somos public enemy, 1, 2 pra explodir, pique do remi, boom, acabou, sem zoom de câmera, da câmara, é o que chega pra nós, quebrada é bomba de efeito moral de quem não tem moral pra falar nada.
I don't know, Max fucking Payne. Fuck it. Bye. It's been a while since I've seen this asshole, and it's like meeting an old friend. Like thoughts come flooding back into my head, like, what the fuck are you doing? Where you been, motherfucker? That's the sign of a really strong character. This has been a long time coming, and I'm glad to say Max Payne is fucking back. All that catchphrase is pretty bad because this game is actually now pretty fucking old, so it's been back, I guess. There's a whole new video game generation that I'm getting increasingly leery of with each passing day, but I digress. Oh shit. So what's been going on with Max since New York? Well, he's been drinking, getting more pissed. Then some guy named Passos invites him to be a security detail for some rich family in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. After, you know, a pretty much standard shootout with some mafia in New York again. Yeah, and Max is living the sweet life until bam! Shablamo! I'm gonna get fucking attacked by Red Letter Media for this. Sorry, guys. Whatever, fucking. And then, as you might guess, everything's fucked. Everything's really fucked. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who forgot about Max. Shit. If there's one thing I gotta say, I can't say I know much about the high life of fucking, like, you know, South America. I don't know. But the low life, yeah, fucking Rockstar got that shit down. Like, it's like, they fucking know, like, the favelas. If there's one thing Rockstar knows, it's fucking ghetto. I mean, like, I start playing a Rockstar game, my ghetto starts coming out. I don't really fucking know what the fuck that is. But, you know, yeah, I start playing a Rockstar game and I'm like, fucking... It's like, yeah, it's it's fucking good, man. Like, they got the ghetto down. Like, it's, yeah. Yeah. So that's the basic story and vibe. No, this is not depressing ass Max Payne 2. Which was a good game, just motherfucking depressing. In tone, it's actually somewhere between Max Payne 1 and 2. The comic strip segments have been like toned down a lot in favor for some kind of Tony Scott-esque, kind of like directed cutscenes. But it's toned down. It's not like so much lens flared. But they got some that amazing typographic work that you see in like a Tony Scott film, something like Man on Fire, or Domino, something like that. Just imagine the lens flares toned down, not so much shaky cam, and but the typographic work's still good. One of my personal favorite typographic kind of like touches they put in the dialogue was they say the word confusing, and it's like kind of like spelled backwards, like certain letters or figures are spelled backwards. Okay, Max Payne 1 equals an action movie with noir elements. Max Payne 2 equals a noir movie with action movie elements. Max Payne 3 is just motherfucking realistic. There's not really another way to break it down that I know of. And this realistic vibe isn't only in the vibe or atmosphere, it's in the gameplay. I mean, we finally got a cover system, and it works well. The character animations in Max Payne flinches away from debris as it chips away when people are shooting at him. Looks really fucking good. You can begin to feel the limitations of the cover system because of its age. This becomes really apparent when the geometry of your cover starts to change shape because of enemy fire. Max doesn't know when to crouch or remain standing in that situation. You can't command him to crouch with his back against the wall. He just kind of has to do so in this context-sensitive way. It's not up to you. Though if I had to, shit. Like, weirdly enough, this isn't annoying. This isn't really a problem. Because if there's one thing I can really, like, there's one word I can use to describe this game as, is just immersive. Really fucking immersive due to those character animations and the care that goes into those particular movements and stations that he takes, especially when knocked prone by gunfire or something like that. This game is fucking immersive. I mean, the sheer amount of peripheral detail is fucking amazing. It's like Rockstar or somebody from Rockstar like lived a very fucking interesting life in South America and then just injected it into Max Payne 3's story. Like, it feels real and lived in. The death animations. These are some of the most realistic death animations. Based on bullet and character momentum that I've seen in a game. And seemingly based on the last intent of movement of the character being shot. Yeah, some pretty realistic death animations. The guns and the bullets are fucking lovingly rendered with working and moving parts. Unfortunately, Max has no hollow points at his disposal. Fully rendered bullets can actually alter the geometry of characters when they hit. The new cover system more or less strips away the kind of Matrix-heavy dive gameplay of Max Payne's of old. However, it does this in favor of a more realistic and immersive experience, which it does. Although you can Neo it up if you want, but just beware that Max will remain in a prone position after you do your dodge, dive, whatever the hell it is you're doing, and he will remain there for him to aim at enemies from the floor in a prone position. He will not just chow yun fat his ass back to his fucking heels like he does in Max Payne 1 or 2. The game basically says, you can do what you want, but you're not a fucking superhero. You need to fucking think. And this cover system seems really simple, but it's miles ahead of Max Payne 1. Chasing down people with the bat Max was beaten with in Max Payne 1 without a cover system? Fucking heresy. fucking heresy. God damn But now Max Payne's gameplay feels complete, if not really damn well close to it. It feels finished, even with its flaws, like inability to crouch after the geometry of your cover changes from bullet fire. There's no swooshy 360-degree movement like there was in Max Payne 2. I still don't know the purpose of that, and I beat that game. You can modify the acceleration of the reticle from a standstill to the average speed of the horizontal, your average reticle speed across the horizontal and vertical axes. Everything to make sure you can shoot as you like. Play with free aim for maximum enjoyment, in my opinion. You can rush or play defensively and get rushed. Managing a meter for bullet time has never been this much fun. Just having fun managing a meter outside of Street Fighter. There's a quick time event that I'm not too fond of. I like that in my Capcom games, like RE4 through RE6. Not really in my Rockstar games. For some reason here, it just breaks my immersion as opposed to building it like it does in those games. The reason behind that I haven't deeply explored yet. I don't know why it's annoying in Max Payne 3 and not in Resident Evil 4. So I can probably just chalk that up to personal taste and just leave it at that. But this is a small portion of the game, a really small portion of the game. The rest of it tends to lean more on kind of like bullet time reaction shooting sequences, and I love those fucking things. Those things are fucking awesome. The music is fucking awesome. Circulo by Emicida. You'll have to excuse me if I get that shit wrong. Yeah, it's fucking good. It's also got that old school classic Max Payne reprise, which is always good. The story presentation and gameplay are all top notch. And nowadays, all you really need is story and gameplay. It has both of those in spades, so I'm a Max Payne fan. And I'm glad to say, because of the gameplay and story, this is the best Max Payne in series. This game is as hard as a straight shot of 80 proof scotch, some old tequila, stale cigarettes, bloodstains, shell casings, and bad memories with a mouth that's worse than all of that. Wrapped up in a compelling story with some great gameplay. Because of the story and the excellent gameplay, it's a 9.75 out of 10 for me. So yeah, BP signing off, I guess.